Sharing God's Secrets by Brother Bakht Singh. September 18th. And all that sat in the council, looking steadfastly on him, saw his face as it had been the face of an angel. Acts chapter 6 verse 15. Stephen was just an ordinary man, concerning whose family or parents or circumstances we know nothing, but suddenly he comes on the scene, and we find this chosen vessel being occupied with simple jobs, doing ordinary service for poor people and widows without any reward. All men began to see, however, that he was indeed no ordinary person. His longing was to please God, and his life was full of victory. Because he chose to obey God, he was full of the Holy Spirit and wisdom, full of faith and power. This is the privilege of those who are chosen by him. When you have a longing in your heart to do God's will, wait on God, and you will see that, in his own way, he will give you the desire of your heart. You do not have to shout and fight for the fulfillment of your hopes. Just begin to obey him and his word, and receive the word into your heart, and you will find the virtues you have longed for manifested in your life. You will become God's chosen vessel according to his purpose. In Acts chapter 6 verses 13 to 15, we see how the leading men of the nation set up false witnesses against Stephen. Then elders and the scribes were stirred up, and came upon Stephen and caught him and brought him to the council, and began to bring accusation against him, and while they were saying false things, all in the council looked upon his face, and were surprised to see it shining like an angel's. There were so many people against one person. The whole Sanhedrin was against him, one by one they brought false accusations, and yet his face was shining like an angel's. It shone even more brightly in that time of persecution. What a salvation! What a vessel! What a privilege to have such a shining face!